So, I'm beginning to come to the realization that I do, in fact, have free will. Uh, what have I been doing? I'm working on the bike over there. I don't know if you could see it. There. It's my Uncle Davy's old bike. It needs fixing up, but it's nearly finished. I had a bike for, a pink bike. I don't know if I talked about what happened with that. Essentially, I had a job in a restaurant for a little while. The owner was really nice, and at the time I had just left Youth Reach. I didn't get my level 4 in Youth Reach. I was speaking to the social worker, and she says I won't need one to do a level 5, which is good because I really don't like adult learning centers or school. No, she's been telling me that I should get my level 5 and then I can go into college with a back to education fund. And yeah, I do my level 5 in a relevant area to psychology because that's what I want to study in college. But I'm not honestly too keen on the idea of going to college. I don't want to have to work a dead end job for the rest of my life. Although then again, some autistic part of me might enjoy that. You know? But rent is so high that it's kind of like not really a choice whether or not you work in Tesco's for the rest of your life. Which honestly, like, really sucks. You know? On one hand, it's kind of cool because it, like, pushes you to be more. Although in my particular circumstance, even if I really enjoyed working at Amazon or really enjoyed working at Tesco's all of my life, I'd still want to get degrees and crap. You know? And I'm not enjoying the idea of going to physical college, but I do like the idea of maybe doing open university as opposed to that. Although open university costs money. Anyways, fuck. That's what Phyllis has been telling me to do. And now I have that bike there, and I've sorry, it's a long story. It was within the past year or so that I started trying to take the bus from Wilkinstown, and there's a bus 6 miles from where I live. So Wilkinstown is 6 miles away. It took me a long ass time to get there, and the bus didn't stop for me, which is weird. I didn't know why. Apparently, you have to do like a whole song and dance to get it to stop at its designated area. I kind of just stood there like a fucking idiot. Probably should have occurred to me that I should have like stuck my hand out or something. Although in my stupid, blunt, autistic brain, I fucking thought, hey, this is the bus stop. The bus will stop. Because that is honestly how my brain works. So, then there's a fucking, the fuck? Hello? Yeah, no, there's a bus about the same about 12 miles, 12 miles. And that is the same amount of distance it would take me to walk or ride the bike into Navan anyways. It's in Nobber. And I got that one just fine. But no, when I had that job at the restaurant, I had the bike there and I was going to cycle the bike in and out until the bike was broken and crap. And Dad said that it would be fine. He'd drive me in. But then all that passive aggressiveness happened with my employer. I don't know if I talked about what happened regarding my old job. But essentially I was saving up for a new phone, so I was saving up for a new phone, so I gave my employer my dad's phone so that my employer could ring my dad to tell me when I was supposed to be in, and then dad would drive me in. And I was going to use the first few paychecks to pay for a vehicle of some kind. I don't have my driver's license yet, and my dad has been bugging me since I was about 19 to get a driver's license, even though in my mind it's like I've got nothing to drive. I've got nothing to drive, no job to make money to get something to drive, let alone insurance. Like if I can get my license, that's fine, but like it's gonna be useless, you know. But he No, he finally told me the reason a night or two ago. We have two Jeeps hanging around at my granny's car. It's her car, she drives it. But he's been saying that I could get into the car and like drive around with her in the back seat or something, and I was like, how's that gonna work? I need to get to work. Is she going to sit in the fucking car with me every day? I drive in the fucking work and drive back out. I mean, if she'll do that for me, that's fucking great. But I honestly couldn't see Granny doing that, you know. Then there's these two other Jeeps, and the gray one, I don't even think I didn't even know it worked, to be quite frank. And I didn't think about asking to use that. I think I did actually at some point, honestly. I think I did actually ask Dad about the green Jeep. He was like, no, it's gonna be sold. So, like, then he changed his tune a night or two ago where he just decided to start fucking yelling. He came in to give me and my little sister some inspirational speech about how we were like capable of so much because I'm anxious as shit about what I'm supposed to do with the future, you know? I'm not going to be getting any financial help from the government. I'm not going to be getting any financial help from anybody, which is alright, you know? I was kind of hoping I could make it easier for myself as anyone would. It's kind of just a thing where I want to make sure that when I do go to college, I'm like, I know I'm ready for it, and I know that, like, there's no chance of me having a fucking mental breakdown while I'm there, which I don't think that's going to be the case anymore. I hope not. Anyways, he came in to give us some inspirational speech about how we were so much capable than we were, and he has been trying to talk me out of cycling the bike to Wilkinstown. And I've seen people my age cycle around, sometimes without helmets and crap, because like they're fucking adults. And I know the country roads are dangerous. Like they are dangerous, and Phyllis has been telling me how dangerous they are. Even Callum has been telling me how fucking dangerous they are. But like, I kind of don't have a choice. Not really. I suppose I could work on getting my license. I wanted to study a little while first for it, you know? So, anyways, I'm still going to need to be able to get in and get out to the driver's test thing, and I cannot be relying on my dad to do that anymore. No, I shouldn't be relying on him anyways for that. It's really hard to make plans and then to go through with them when even getting into town one day a week, and I'm usually in town for a good few days afterwards, but even just getting the ride into town for that one day is a whole fucking thing. Like, I don't know what he expects me to be doing with my fucking life at this rate, so me and my sister actually just let him have it. Because he's been trying to talk me out of riding a fucking bike, and Holly was like, what kind of future do you expect Kaya, me, to have if you don't want to ride a fucking bike, to get the fucking bus, to get in and out to town? Like, what is this, you know, what is all of this potential that you think we both have? My sister's 14, by the way. What good is that going to do when we're in a situation where you have literally no options? You know? And oh, by the way, I was trying to get an apartment, a roommate with my friend Angel, and she backed out of that. So that's shit. Now I'm gonna be footing all the bills. It still feels so weird saying that. I have such bad self-esteem. I can't imagine myself holding down my own apartment. And again, in these days, I think a lot of 20-year-olds feel the same way as me. Like, shit. So like I imagine I'm saying that I'm going to do it, but like I just can't imagine it. I can't fucking imagine it. I can't imagine myself as being a person capable of that, even though I know I am. I know it's what I want. Hi, Salem. Someday I want to run away to the world of midnight. Someday, where its eyes see gold. There we go. There we go. Salem. Fuck, where's the phone? Yeah, so she doesn't want to get a place with me no more. She hasn't told me why. I think she has. She wants to make sure that when she leaves, she'll be out for good. Which means she'll need to get a house, not an apartment. I understand her wanting to save more money before she leaves, but like, I don't really know where she's. If she's going straight back into an apartment, everybody's gonna be gone on rent before she knows it. So, I don't know, I'm a little pissed. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even know if pissed is the right word. I was pissed to begin with. Now I'm just kind of like disappointed. And maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like if the roles were reversed, she just would not let this go. And maybe that's the part that was pissed about. Don't know if I still am. Don't know if there's any still anger for that. Probably is a little. I think that's what I'm pissed about. Is the fact that, yeah, the roles were reversed. She would disown me completely. And I'm just in general beginning to get a bit tired of the way that she treats me. You know, I finally actually got her to apologize for something kind of fucked up she said to me a little while ago. So it's good to know that there's hope that way for both of us. Yeah, I have that bar to sleep in if I need to get into work. I've got the bike. And now that I know that I actually have vehicles around here that I can drive, though this is the part that I'm a little bit trepidatious to share, is that I have a bad feeling about the reason why Dad has been bugging me to get the license, but didn't tell me that there would be a reason why I should get the license other than to have it. Which I understand, I suppose, but still. The way that he revealed this information to me feels really fucking manipulative, and I can't explain why. I think it was meant to be a surprise, and I think he was trying to lull me into a false sense of confidence. So that once I got on the road and I was like, oh my god, I'm independent, this is so fucking great, he'd be like, cool. Now there's all this shit that I need you to do. Because he drives for a living, and because he's the only person who drives in the house, you know, he's driving everyone in and out. And it wouldn't be a problem for me, honestly, to drive people in and out the way that he's been doing. But he's not a very reasonable person. And if his jobs that he's been doing up until now intersects with me needing to work or to go into town for any reason, then I know that that's just going to be another screaming match. And I really want to make things work at home. But I'm not a fan of leaving this place. I mean, I am because it's so shit sometimes, and fuck me. But since it's been getting better, you know, like, I don't have to pay rent here, I don't have to pay bills, I don't have to pay fucking food. Well, I have to pay a little bit for food. It's not exactly enough for me. But, like, I don't know. If things were if things between me and my family members were better, then I would study for college right here. Honestly, I would pay for open university. I would sit down with my coursework and do it all day, right in this fucking little bed here that I got. But the fact that it's the way that it is means that I I'm probably gonna have to leave to maintain some peace of mind. I don't know, maybe I'll make it work without having to leave. Maybe I'll be able to move out when it's time to go to college, because what I was thinking is that I do open university for about 3 years. I'm nearly 21, so it'll take me to about age 24. Get my degree in psychology, then do the level 5 Kikuao, and do mature student stuff for chef work and cooking. Because one of my dreams I have is to be able to learn to cook and then to go around to all the restaurants whose food I really like and learn the recipes there, you know? Plus, I heard there was a woman who went around the world with the fact that she could cook because it was a skill that she could take with her. She'd work in a restaurant and then she'd use her days off in the country that she was staying in to have a look around. I think that's how she does it. I need to talk to that woman to make sure that was what she was doing and then figure it out from there. Yeah. I'm tired of the arguments. I'm tired of the arguments. And I finally got my dad, my mom to be alright with the bike. Because even when I had that pink bike before it was broken, mom kept on throwing it out the house because she didn't like that it was in the hallway. Don't ask. I don't know. I don't try to delve too deeply into her brain. It's not a place I understand, and it's a place I hope I never will understand, because I think that whatever's hiding in there is a horrible monster of loneliness, some indescribable creature writhing in agony. That's the only thing that explains that woman. So yeah, and honestly, after I lost that job for the first time, I wouldn't say that I stopped reaching for independence, and I had that relationship for a little while at the same time that was kind of all consuming. It was more so that part of my brain kind of just like switched off, and I didn't want to think too deeply about it, and I think I kind of like gave up on the idea of cycling around, and I was trying to walk to the bus, but then it didn't stop, and I guess I don't know. I was working on the tattoo portfolio to keep myself sane, and then all that crap happened with this food, and yeah, yeah. And then I lost my shit, and I was like, fuck, I don't even care if I'm homeless anymore. And then I found out about Happened. That's how I got on it. That all happened within like the last year. Close. Hi. I know. Sounds like less than it was, but it was honestly kind of chaotic. And today, I want to take a nap right now. And I'm trying to convince myself that it is, in fact, okay if I take a nap right now. I want there to be more in my life. I'm tired of this. I'm keeping the bike in my room, by the way, just so I make sure that nothing happens to it. There's something wrong with the back wheel. I have to tighten the little thingies on either side. I think I might be depressed. Honestly, I think I'm going through another depressive episode because I didn't want to do anything yesterday. And I don't know if that's just because I didn't want to do anything or if I didn't want to do anything because I was depressed. But I think it's depression. And usually when I feel depressed, it's like I feel sad with it, but now I just feel tired and like I don't want to do crap. It's exhausting fighting it, honestly. God, I'm really sad. Oh, something I discovered actually recently is that in order to do psychology in college, you have to have got a certain amount of points in your leaving cert. So me not doing my leaving, because I don't know if I would have been able to trust 18, 19-year-old me with the awareness. Like, how do I put it? When you're going through something really bad, like bullying or parents or whatever, or youth reach in my case as well, it's kind of like you can't really think of the future. All that really exists is today and the next day and the day after that. And that's the way it is, at least for me. So, I always knew I had an interest in psychology, but I think it's only really like now that I've just realized, oh my god, that's all I want to do with my life. I want to be a psychologist. I only realized that recently. Like, I knew I had an interest in it, but I don't know if I would have been able to trust teenage me to know that that was the end goal and then to keep my grades up to the point at which I would have been able to do that in college. Maybe I would have gotten the good grades anyways because my grades were pretty fucking good. Like, way too good for someone who just didn't listen in class. Like, way too good for someone who didn't listen in class. I don't know. People told me I am smart, you know. But, so weirdly enough, not doing the leaving was probably actually better for my future. Even though I